All right, y'all, welcome back to another Powerstroke and Rick video. We are out here in the old garage, and it's been a minute since I've filmed a video. Well, at least it's been a minute since I've worked on my own stuff. Been doing a lot of side jobs lately, busy at work full time, and it's been cold outside. And we can't really get the whole truck in the garage. I mean, the blue truck, you can't even pull that thing in here, so that's just, don't even equate that one in. But this bad Jerry, you could actually pull her in, so we got the 2017 6.7 Powerstroke in the garage today. What are we doing? We are doing a, probably can't see it, I'll show you in a minute, but we're doing a crankcase ventilation reroute along with the internal catch can, all from SPE Motorsport as usual. So I got everything unboxed over here. I'm gonna show you guys everything. We're gonna lay it on the line for you, and we're gonna install it, and we're gonna start her up. So yeah, y'all, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for stopping by again. Thank you guys all for the support. As always, much appreciated. So let's dive in. Let's get after it. Yeah. All right, guys, this is what we're working with here. Not to change subject, but I think I'm going to do a toolbox tour on the old boxes over here. What do you guys think about that? I got some underglow. I've been thinking about it. Anyway, back to this. So we got our friends at SPE Motorsport, the best of the best, sent us over some parts for our CCV reroute. So basically, I'm going to run down all these parts for you guys real quick, just to give you the gist of everything. So we hop up in the truck over here on the old creeper, and we got this big filter right here. It's a big black box. So that's what we're getting rid of. So basically, from my understanding, is pretty much how all this works is internal combustion engine, diesel engine. You got fuel, exploding inside the pistons, and then you got that crankcase gas that's got to go somewhere. So basically, they vent all of that into this filter back here, which is the crankcase vent filter, I guess they call it. So we're doing a reroute crankcase vent. Anyway, so they route it back into here, filters everything out, all the oily air and all that stuff, all the oily gases, and then it runs down that tube back into the intake. So basically, and I know there's a bunch of videos about this already, but you just got a bunch of oily vapors just going in and out through your pipes in the whole intake system, in and out, in and out, in and out. So this, obviously, as you guys know, we're rerouting it. So we're gonna cap right here, put a plug fitting right there, whatever you want to call it. And then on the back, we're gonna put that hose, which is over yonder, then we're gonna vent it out to the atmosphere. And I'll show you the rundown of doing all of that. Per the instructions, so I'm probably a little different than other people that have done it because I don't have my fuel filter up here no more. I have the SPE, the manifold block. So it says to take, make sure the fuel pressure, there's no pressure on the system, take your lines off, and then they suggest to take the fuel filter out itself and possibly the housing. Well, we don't have any of that, so that's actually really cool because the housing's kind of a bitch to get out because you got them fuel lines down there. You kind of got to get a bolt behind it. And we don't got to do that. We just got one little bolt right down in yonder. So they suggest to take the hot side pipe off as well. But I think the last time I did it on the blue truck, I did it like 3 years ago. I didn't take the hot side off. I didn't have to. So I think we're just going to take that manifold block off right there, disconnect the lines, and we should be good to go. All right, so back to the toolbox here. This is all the parts you're going to get. So you got two separate ways. They'll have you could order just the CCV reroute without the internal catch can, but I opted to do both. Now, on my blue truck, I did the CCV reroute, and then like maybe 7-8 months later, I did the catch can. So we're just doing all in one swipe. So you got your block off plate right here, which will need an O-ring. You got 3 O-rings that come supplied. So you got an O-ring on here. This will go in the front. You'll see me put it on. You got 1 bolt for that washer. 2 longer bolts to bolt this the internal catch can with an O-ring on here to mate it up with this one with an O-ring onto here. And then that will go inside down in the 6.7 engine. And then this hose with the clamp, you put this bad Jerry lure right on here. So a lot of you guys have seen this stuff before, but it's all right. I want to show you it again. We're going to install it, and I'm going to walk you through everything. Sorry, I don't know my technical terms too much, but I try to know as much as I can, or try to figure out much of this shit as I can. But yeah, so that's what we're working with. I don't know how good you guys can see, but I'm probably going to do a time lapse showing you taking everything off. But since I got the SPE manifold block right here, took these lines off, and I'm actually just going to take the block out, which if you did install the fuel filter system, it's just a 5mm Allen. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now for starters here. So we're just going to get this out of our way. I don't believe I'll have to remove the hot side. So just like a future note for you guys, if you don't want to remove the hot side, I believe you really don't have to. So get this bad boy out. Don't lose the Allen. There we go. And we'll just get this out of our way. So I just got him chilling right there. So we'll set that there, and then we'll clean up a little bit of this fuel, and then we'll show you a little time lapse in getting this thing out. All right, so let me show you guys what we're working with here. So took these fuel lines off. I left the return line on, but the manifold block, it's a little 5mm hex. So I just set this off to the side right here, because once we be able to get in here, we'll be able to get it out just fine. So if you look down in there, we got a bunch of 10mm bolts that we're gonna get out, and they're kind of a pain stuffed in there, but we're gonna get them. And then this guy, we're just gonna snip this right here, because we're gonna put that little block off boot right there. And the one plug will go on this side of the crankcase, and then the one on the back is where we'll route the hose, and we'll route it over the brake booster out to the atmosphere. So I'm just gonna put this on a little time lapse, getting this guy out, and we'll show you how it's looking. All right, so before I show you guys how it's out, I want to show you what I use that would definitely help. I mean, you can use 3/8. I use this 1/4-inch snap-on locking flex head, and I always try to use a locking extension, and then I actually use this little gear wrench magnetic socket, and this setup right here worked out perfect. There's 4 bolts. That's all you got right there. But yeah, the reason I use locking extensions, because every mechanic gets it. You get burned, you drop something, you hear ting, ting, ting. It doesn't hit the floor. You're like, oh shit, where'd it go? So I ain't trying to deal with that. So that's why I try to use these locking extensions. But this is basically it. So you got, let's see if I can show you. That bolt there. Sorry for being a little shaky, guys. I got a lot of energy in me. There's a bolt down in here. There was a bolt down there, and then there is 2, you can't even see them, 2 all the way in the back. Somewhere back there, there's 2 bolts. So basically, I cut this already with a pair of some skizzers, and then you just gotta wiggle it, and then it comes unconnected from the side of the crankcase. So yeah, we're pretty much gonna take this guy out. I'm gonna watch these lines right here, make sure I don't bend these or mess them up. So we're gonna pop it out real quick and we'll show you. All right, and just like that, she's out, and this is what we're working with right here. So we're gonna clean all these up, clean the surface of it up, and then mate everything down with new O-rings. We're gonna lubricate the O-rings as well. But you guys see what I did. I didn't have to take the cold side pipe off or loosen it. My manifold block, like I said, not everybody will have that manifold block, but it definitely makes it a lot easier to do stuff like this if you have that. So that's what we're looking like now. And here she is. Here's the old crankcase filter box, whatever it's called. There's about, let's see, 24,000 miles on this thing. And just a note for people buying 6-7 Powerstrokes, always look at this filter because it's supposed to be changed within a certain range, certain miles. I think guys said maybe 50,000, 30,000, something like that. But if you see one swelling up when you're looking at buying a truck, that needs to be replaced. That's definitely an issue. So you do not want to buy it like that. So yeah, that's what we're working with. We're gonna head on over here and we're gonna put all this stuff together and we'll show you getting her done. So yeah, guys. All right, guys, so on the front side, we're gonna install this little plug block off first. Put a little bit of oil to lubricate the O-ring. Make sure she's nice and lubricated. Like my hand's nice and lubricated. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. So on this one, we take the shorter supplied 5mm, and we're gonna pop this bad boy right in there, like so. Just like that. Then we'll take, let's get this fitting out of the way, not this fitting, get the hose out of the way. Hose in different area codes, baby. Try not to leave these exposed long, these holes. Just make sure, please don't drop anything in there. You definitely don't want to do that. So we're just gonna get this guy started. We're not gonna snug anything down yet, but we will get there. All right, so that guy is there. Let's see, the long extension might be, no, this is actually perfect. Let's see if I move, kind of perfect. Might need a ball end for this. Yeah, we're gonna need a little ball end, Allen. We got the Venturi fitting right here. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we got an O-ring on the bottom of this as well. So I lubricated it. And you're gonna wanna make sure you put it in the right way. I mean, I believe the holes only line up one way, but this is like the flatter, then it kind of like contours out that way. I don't even know if contour is the right word, but I'm just trying to give you guys some terminology here. Now the directions does say that you may need a file or sandpaper to file this down if it doesn't fit in there fully flush because of the casting issue on the block. That is not my case, luckily. So it's not an SPE thing, it's a Ford from factory. It's just a different casting they do on the blocks. So tuck that little bad Jerry lure in there. It sits like that. We're gonna lubricate this guy before I pop her on. Paparazzi, you know what I'm saying? There we go. Yeah, baby. So this we're gonna wanna use, obviously put it the same way, but use your extended hardware that SPE provides. So we're just gonna pop this guy in like so. I'll just get one of these bolts started and then I'll pop the other guy in so I know it ain't gonna fall anywhere on me. Kind of like that. Grab this longer guy as well. And we'll get this guy started. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just hand tight right now. That should be awesome. I kind of want to leave that one like that. Is it 3 of them? 3 tabs? I don't know, guys. We're going to find out. Ah, all right, that's pretty cool. I can still reuse it, too. Yeah, I see what he did. So I just took a pick on each side of these tabs. There's just 3 tabs to get this off. You might have a quicker way of doing it, but that and just a little pick, that worked for me. So now we're going to put the this little rubber guy on, zip tie it on there, and then I'll show you guys what we got going on in here. Hose in different area codes. Oh, we don't need this anymore. Try slap this bad Jerry Lewis around. We're gonna run it around on top of the brake booster somehow. And then we're gonna go right down this way. I like to run this hose now, so it's all the way down there, and then we'll hook it up just so we know how much room we need. So I think so far we're looking pretty good so far. Definitely do not watch out for kinks. We don't want to get no kinks in this hose. We don't like them kinky hoses, you know what I'm saying? How are we looking? All right, I'm going to where I somewhat need to be. Keep on routing her. Keep on rolling, baby. Let's see. Get under the truck here in a minute. See our progress. See if I'm happy with where it's at. It's still going down there. It's like a snake, man. Going down, flushing it down the drain. So, let's see. Yeah. Am I cool with that? Oh, absolutely. That's perfect. I hear a chopper out there. You guys hear that? Okay. All right. Now we're gonna get her on back here. Well, bam, baby. Damn, daddy. Okay. All right, so this is pretty much done. I mean, all I gotta do is the hose down below, maybe trim it, run it to where I want to. So this is what we're looking like. So we got the internal catch can back there with an O-ring under that. You got the block that connects to it, O-ring under that, all lubricated with oil. Hose, tightened down with the hose clamp. And all we did is we just ran it right over the brake booster. And then you kind of see, if I can get my light in there, if we could focus, we can't really focus. It runs down that way. Where is it? I lost it. Yeah, it's back there. There it is. So it runs down there. You got your block off plate right there installed. Manifold block is back on. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys don't have this, but this was a lot easier doing this. The boot right here, block off boot's on and zip tied to where the O-ring sat in the little groove. And yeah, so this is everything tight up here, everything done. Look how much more room for activity. And the pluses about this, which everyone knows already, which I'm sorry I didn't talk about yet, but the oil in your intake. I guess I kind of did talk about it. So basically we'll be breathing all fresh air and clean air here. So now we're just gonna vent all the crankcase gases out to the atmosphere. We love the atmosphere. So go green, baby. Yeah, that's pretty much up here what's going on. And I'll show you down here. Oh, let's see. There's the hose right here. So we're gonna route it somewhere up in here. I'll show you that when I'm done, but we're gonna start it up, see what happens. All right, yeah, we started up. Cleaned it up in here a little bit too. She's looking a little dirty. Always the best. SPE. Look at that. SPE everywhere, baby. SPE taking over. Yes, sir. Snappy. Oh yeah, we got some gas. Nice. All right guys, so I didn't get too crazy with this. I just put wire tie and a wire tie and I got it. Just chilling, just shooting out right here. I didn't trim it. You can trim it if you want, but this is pretty cool for me. Just hanging out. There's not really any room to zip tie it anywhere. So it's just chilling there. Just blowing some vapors. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's it right there. All right, everybody, so that's it. That is the SPE Motorsport crankcase vent reroute kit along with the internal catch can through SPE install video. I hope this helped. I know there's a lot of these out already, but you know me, I always got to film something, provide something for you guys. Yeah, so I think it's a big must-have thing to do with these Powerstrokes. I mean, there's a lot of guys that talk about yes and no, just changing the filter. I would rather just vent it out to the atmosphere. I don't know if that sounds bad, but rather than all that oily crankcase vapors go throughout my whole intake system. So I think it's a big, big plus. And that internal catch can helps with oil drips as well. So, because a lot of guys first put the reroutes on without the catch cans, and they're like, I got oil dripping, you know, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. SPE's got that catch can. Like I said, some say that you need to file them due to a casting issue from Ford. I did not have to file it on this. I did not have to file it on my 2015. So it's not an SPE issue. If anyone's heard of that, it's not. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much wrapping this work day up. As always, thank you, SPE Motorsport, for providing me these awesome parts to put on all my Powerstrokes, because if you guys didn't make them, I'd be buying some Chinese shit. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, the whole 9 for your boy. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here. As soon as I do that, maybe I make some coin, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, SPE Motorsport, head over to their website. Any questions, comment below. Hope this helped, guys. Peace.